whoever does any work on the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. Therefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations as a perpetual covenant. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. Now there's an interesting correlation, if you want to dig in deep to this, between the creation account in Genesis and God first dwelling with Adam and Eve back then. There's a correlation between that and this reestablishing of God's dwelling with his people and the creation of this tabernacle. There's several specific parallels. First of all, God's Spirit. It's not the angel of the Lord, not Jehovah himself. God's Spirit was the enabling power in the original creation. The Spirit of God was hovering over the waters, Genesis 1:2. And he is seen as the activating force. Just as here, I have filled Bezalel with the Spirit of God, verse 3 says. Secondly, in Genesis, there are 7 acts in the creation account, each one beginning with, and God said. All of them are in chapter 1. There are also 7 acts in the creation of the tabernacle, beginning in chapter 25, verse 1. There's 4 in chapter 30. There's 2 here in chapter 31, each one beginning with, and the Lord spoke to Moses. Now, just like in Genesis, how after the creation account God rested, he blessed the seventh day, sanctified it, Genesis 2:3, because in it he rested from his work. So too here, after the whole construction process has been revealed, then the people are called to rest. Work shall be done for 6 days, verse 15, but the seventh is Sabbath, rest holy to the Lord. Next, we're going to see how just like after the creation account in Genesis chapters 1 and 2, a fall took place in chapter 3, away from God, breaking what's called the Adamic covenant. So too a fall away from God is going to follow this tabernacle creation in the next chapter, breaking the Mosaic covenant. But then just as God provided sacrificial animal coverings for Adam and Eve, so too there's going to come a whole series of sacrificial coverings in the form of animal blood sacrifices provided for the children of Israel so that they don't die. And so if you want to, really dig in deep and look at those, it's pretty amazing. But here the last are the seventh, and the Lord spoke, and the Lord said to Moses, verse 12, in this tabernacle narrative, say there in verse 13, speak to the children of Israel and say, surely my Sabbaths you shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that you may know that I am the Lord who sanctifies you.